good morning and welcome once again to Perfect Classic Car Motoring. Now, one of the great advantages of global warming, it means we can bring our classic cars out during the winter time. I think most club members during the winter tend to leave their classic cars in a sort of a winter hibernation for 6 months. But today it's a beautiful, bright day, perfect weather for a little bit more perfect classic car motoring. Now, of course, all these scientists and glue merchants who predict a dire future for the planet, they of course all drive around in 4x4s. Global warming doesn't apply to them, of course. But we're not going to see too many 4x4s today. What we are going to see are plenty of classic cars. So enjoy the show.
The MGB was introduced by BMC in Abingdon and was a true sports car with its 4-cylinder, 3-bearing 1800cc B-series engine. The car mainly had disc brakes on the front and drums on the back. The MGB was also capable of an impressive 95 brake horsepower. Other features included a single electrical system and mounted toggle switches on the dashboard. There were two 6-volt batteries that powered the car, although awkwardly positioned behind the seating. However, some owners believe that this improved the car handling.
Right, here we go. On for a nice leisurely run this morning. Let's get some work out of this engine of mine. Because the MGB, it's got, 95 brake horsepower? That's more than enough for your average club member. I mean, think about it, Richard Hammond, that jetliner monstrosity he went in, there was something like 3,000 brake horsepower on that car. It was an immense task he had going in that thing. But 95 brake horsepower, if you're lucky, you can get 100 miles an hour out of this car. I could get 75 in third gear, imagine that. So there's plenty of power for your average novice sort of classic car owner. A drive like this is the ultimate dream for most of us. A lot of us don't go on race tracks or rallying, we perhaps go and watch it. But this is what it's all about. Nice open roads, no traffic congestion, perfect.
The Austin Healey 3000 Mark II was a true classic sports car, produced at Abingdon and could achieve 0 to 60 in just 11 seconds. Some of the models had the smaller 2.6 litre engine of the 106 and disc brakes on the front wheels. Today we're at the busy Grove Repair Centre as Stuart McDonald prepares for a run. Triumph Herald was introduced by Standard Triumph in Coventry, and in the main introduced 3 models, these being the Saloon, the Convertible and the Coupe. The rack and pinion steering offered a tight 25-foot turning circle. Synchro mesh was applied on 2nd, 3rd and 4th gears. The 4-speed manual gearbox offered easy handling. It was also a popular car for driving schools. Today we see 2 members of the Triumph Herald Club out and about.
Just leave it there for a sec, that's fine.
Here we have Chris in his saloon. There seems to be a lot of traffic congestion this morning down Cowpit Lane, and Tony in his Morris Minor is also adding to the congestion. Great Britain got back on the road after the war, when the Morris Minor was introduced at the Earl's Court Motor Show in 1948. Most of the models then were a basic 2-door saloon with a 918cc engine capable of doing 42 miles to the gallon. Manufacturing of the Morris continued at Cowley in Oxfordshire, and the car was massively popular. Here we have Tony Gilbert out and about in his Morris on his way to the Millennium Garage, as the car needs a much needed service with the MOT due. Gilbert seems to own a fleet of vehicles, out of one car and then straight into another. This time it's a leisurely drive around Chalkland Green in Manchester in the Morris Minor Saloon. And it's not long before we see entrepreneur Gilbert climbing into his Morris Oxford. We'll follow his progress in future films.